A supporter of Harry and Meghan called Henry VIII posted a comment claiming British media want to see Harry and Meghan divorced. Can you elaborate on that, Brian?
So I just saw the comment from Henry VIII that has garnered more than 17,000 views on X, formerly called Twitter. And here's what Henry VIII said on X, formerly called Twitter, and I quote, I think it's really weird that the entire press corps of a whole country openly pine for the divorce of two privately funded individuals. And I must say it's true. It's true that that's what UK media are doing and have been doing for quite a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And actually, during Harry's court case against this, against one of the UK tabloids, Harry said that it's like UK media want to see him single.
Yeah.
They keep on trying to ruin his relationships. And Harry said that objective continues to this date, even though he's married. Even right now, they're still trying to destroy his marriage.
Yeah.
Just so they can make money off of him. Just so they can somehow, make money from his misery. And it is a sad thing to see what we've been seeing all of these years. And I feel like people are continuing to take note of how this immoral thing that's been going on for so long, that is still happening even to this date. Prince Harry and Meghan have two kids. They have Archie, they have Lily Diana. Yet every single day, these tabloids who are very, very irresponsible, and some moral experts who are very, very irresponsible, who don't want to be responsible, who don't behave like reporters, who are truthful, who are ethical, who actually have ethics. They keep on calling for Harry and Meghan to separate every single day, even though, it is wrong. It's wrong. I mean, even the Bible says that whom God has put together, let no man or woman ever separate. Yet, every single day, that is what we're seeing. And UK media aren't even hiding it. They say it on TV, how they want to see Harry divorced, how they want to see Harry back in the UK, a failure, without his wife, without his kids, while saying that they know what is best for him, when clearly all they want to do and achieve is to destroy him. It's one of the most despicable things that we see happening time and time again. Even Harry in Spare said, in his memoir Spare, would they be happy if they caused a divorce? Is that what they're looking for? Is that what will make them happy? The thing goes like this, that misery loves company. There are those who are miserable in their own lives, who want others to be equally as miserable as they are in their own lives. I've always used that, because that's the case of what's happening to Harry and Meghan by the UK media. There are those who are miserable. There are those who are unhappy. When they see Harry and Meghan happy, they're upset. They get very, very mad at seeing Harry and Meghan living their best lives ever. And they don't like seeing Harry and Meghan doing well. They don't like seeing Harry and Meghan excelling in life. They don't like seeing Harry and Meghan together in love, raising the kids in a happy home, in a happy environment. That's why whenever you see a picture of Harry and Meghan happy, whenever Meghan posts anything on Instagram that shows just how happy she and Harry Montecito, there are those who want to believe that it's even real. That's not even real, because they've been told that you can't be happy if you are outside of the royal fold, that you can be happy only if you are inside. Yet that's not the case. Look at how miserable Kate and William are, but UK media cover for them. Look at how unhappy Kate and William are always. But UK media, of course, cover for them. They give them good press because they know deep inside that they're miserable. But Harry and Meghan, who are very, very happy, UK media themselves are like, they don't want to believe or accept that they can be happy outside of the royal fold. Why? Because they're hell bent in ensuring that they are not happy. That's because that's why they even attack them every single day. Because they don't want to see Harry and Meghan happy outside of the royal fold. But Harry and Meghan's happiness is not determined by the UK media. It is determined by Harry and Meghan. And what they choose in life.
So what I fail to understand is, why can they accept Harry is just happy away from them and just leave him and his wife and kids alone?
As you said, Harry is happy away from them. You know, if someone is an abuser who can't stand seeing Prince Harry happy, they will never be happy or content with seeing Harry happy away from them, because that's not the fate that they want for Prince Harry. They want Harry to end up like all the other previous pairs, from Margaret to Prince Andrew. They want him to be broken, to be miserable. Even Kevin O'Sullivan himself, just a few hours ago on Talk TV, said of how he wants to see Prince Harry, you know, end up like Prince Andrew, humiliated, destroyed. You know, all because a man chose his wife and son over them, or because a man fell in love with a woman of color and prioritized the safety or putting up with abuse. You know, when you escape an abusive environment, Grace, that there'll always be someone who isn't happy at seeing you leave an abusive environment, and they'll say bad things about you. They'll say negative things about you. Why? Because you escaped from them. You left them. You know, and they cannot tolerate or handle, you know, your rejection. An abuser can never handle the fact that their victim, you know, has moved on, doesn't want anything to do with them. Yet when Harry was in the UK, they had a chance to treat him with respect, to treat his wife with respect. They failed to do that. Now that he has fled the UK and that he's living happily away from them, now is when they want to dictate to him what he should do, what he cannot do. They want to make demands to Prince Harry, do this or do that. And the fact is, they are never ever going to have any control over Harry and Meghan's lives. The fact is, Harry and Meghan are happy away from the royal fold. They've done well, they've excelled in life. You know, they have 2 kids who are growing up in a happy, healthy home. For once, there are royal children who are growing up in a happy, healthy home, knowing that they are loved by mom and dad. If Archie and Lily Pedana are growing up in back in the UK, back in the royal fold, UK media will make it their mission to make them miserable. But now that they are away from them, they're like, come back. You know, we'll treat you better, we'll treat you well. But yet, when Meghan was pregnant, even UK media never showed Meghan any sympathy. They were never kind to her. So William was making Meghan cry. They weren't really happy. So now that they're seeing them happy, you see that they're complaining.
That's true. Harry will be in the UK a few weeks from now, as we all know. And the attacks on Meghan are increasing. Why is this happening? Why is all this happening now that Harry's just a few weeks from now he'll be in the UK?
Because of the one motive UK media have always longed for. Harry back in the UK, or Harry in the UK without his wife Meghan and without his kids. They believe that if they abuse Meghan so much that Meghan would, of course, even divorce Prince Harry. That's one of their main objectives. They believe that if Meghan, you know, leaves, that Meghan will leave Prince Harry if they abuse her. That's why the abuse towards Meghan always, you know, increases, especially when Prince Harry is in the UK, or when, for example, in this case, he's traveled to the UK, you know, in a few weeks from now, you know, for Invita's events. They believe that if they abuse Meghan a lot, that Meghan will finally say, listen, I've had enough. I'm tired of this. You know, it's over between us. I'm sorry. Because they also want Meghan to believe that if she leaves Prince Harry, they will leave her alone. I want people to remember one thing, that even if Diana divorced Charles, UK media never left her alone. In fact, even as Diana said herself, things got worse for her. They hounded her to the day that she sadly, you know, passed away. That's the kind of behavior of the UK media. They are very, very dangerous. And that's why even Prince Harry is fighting for security for his wife Meghan and his kids, because he knows how dangerous UK media are. He blames them for the death of his mother, and it's right to blame them, because UK media played a significant role in the death of Diana. They did something wrong. They went after Prince Harry. They went after Meghan. They put them through hell. And yet, you know, they went after Diana as well also. And look at what they did to Diana. Now they're going after Prince Harry and Meghan every single day for the past 10 years. The attacks on them have been growing. It's never ever stopped. Even if Meghan hasn't even said a word about Charles, what about William, what about Camilla, what about Kate Middleton, you know, they still won't leave her alone. They keep on going after her every single day, like they're hunting someone who escaped from their grasp, who is now thriving away from them, and the abuser can't stand seeing you thriving or doing well in life away from them. And the thing is, Harry and Meghan should never ever back down. They should never ever, give up. They should keep on pushing forward and living well and doing well in life.
Yeah.
So I saw these comments that I want to read.
Okay.
That I saw online from people, squaddies who support, Prince Harry and Meghan. And here's what they're saying: that, and I quote, during the court case with the Mirror group, Harry pointed out how sick it is that these people are always rooting for his relationships to fail, just so they can make money off of him. It will never not shock me that they're doing this to Diana's son. Indeed, that's exactly what I just said, and that's what they're doing, to Prince Harry, and it is despicable what they're doing.
Yeah.
They are facing the inevitable coronation of King Willie. They know Willie is going to be a disaster. All they can do is pine for Harry to return and do all the work, while Willie takes the credit. They are foolish. Harry isn't living the love of his life. That's also the problem here. They think that somehow, Prince Harry should divorce Meghan and go back and work for Prince William and follow William around, like Harry has nothing better to do in his life. Prince Harry is a father, he's a husband. His priority should always be number one towards his own family, towards his wife and towards his kids. Other things can come last, after that, but they want Harry to not put his family first, but to put William first. His needs. Will William ever put Harry first? He will not. Has William ever put Harry first? Has he put Meghan first? He has not. Has he put Archie, Lily first? He has not. William has only put himself first. He has only put himself, his own needs, his own agenda first. But somehow Prince Harry is the one who's called upon to drop every single thing that he's doing, drop every single one of his plans to somehow please Prince William. I don't think that's really, really fair, Grace. I feel like that is wrong on so many levels. Prince Harry, has a duty to his family. He has a responsibility to his own family. His family need him. His family depend on him. They are his priority, and that should never ever change, not now or ever. Someone else said that Harry won't move back there ever, which is why the press works so hard to force divorce, because they think that's the only thing that will make him go back there. Very true. Very true. Very true. They believe that if Meghan and Harry divorce, that somehow that will bring Prince Harry back to the UK. I do agree with that assessment. And I've been seeing that. They believe that that's what they've been saying, that maybe Harry and Meghan divorce and then Harry comes back here. They feel like Harry will have nowhere to go but to come back to the UK. It is first of all wrong, Grace, to see all the stuff that is being said here. It is wrong on so many levels to even root for someone to get a divorce. This is a happy couple. These are husband and wife who love each other, who adore each other, who honestly deserve to be together. To see these efforts being put in place to try and destroy Harry and Meghan's union, I must say it's all despicable to see the things that we are seeing and have been seeing for all of these years. And it's so shameful that this behavior hasn't really stopped. It's so very, very shameful. And someone said that if they stop using the titles, no one would criticize them or care what they do or criticize their children. It's all down to Harry and Meghan, their fault. Their kids will not look upon them kindly when they're old enough to understand they have been abused. So you want to tell me, this is a deranger, someone who hates on Harry and Meghan saying all this nonsense. You want to tell me that somehow it is Harry and Meghan's fault why some racists are abusing their children? And that somehow Harry, Meghan, Archie and Lily will blame Harry and Meghan because some racists are attacking, Archie and Lily. They will not do that. That's just, the thinking of these derangers want Harry and Meghan to be blamed for everything, even things that is not their fault, really. Harry and Meghan have done every single thing in their part to protect their kids. When Harry and Meghan were back in the UK, they said that if you don't use your titles, we'll leave you alone. If you don't use your, if you stop earning taxpayer money, we'll leave you alone. Harry and Meghan no longer earn taxpayer money. Have you given them left them alone? No, they have not. They say that Harry and Meghan, if you leave the UK, we'll leave you alone. Harry and Meghan play the UK. Have they left Harry and Meghan alone now?
It's even more.
They have not. They still keep on going after them every single day. Now they're saying if you strip you of your titles, if you leave your titles, we'll leave you alone. Oh, come on. Do you believe what they're saying?
No.
No one believes what they're saying. Even if they strip them with titles, these people won't leave Harry and Meghan alone. They'll keep on obsessing over them. They'll keep on saying, coming up with more reasons as to why they're harassing Harry and Meghan. And let's be honest with you, their aim is to destroy Harry and Meghan's lives. completely.
Completely.
That's what they
yeah.
are after. You know, and even if you strip them with the titles, you'll be happy for 1 day or 2 days, and then tomorrow you'll complain about something else because Harry and Meghan are not defined by the titles. You know, people love them for who they are, for their hearts, not because of titles or things like that. They love them for who they are. And the fact is, Harry and Meghan are good, remarkable people.
Sure.
You know, someone else said that they are desperate for Harry to come back to the UK and save their failure of a monarchy that has clearly failed. Yeah, because you know things are showing how even the polls are showing that the monarchy is collapsing. Things are not going well for Charles and Prince William. Wikipedia believes that somehow, if Harris comes back, he can save the monarchy, you know, by his presence because Harry is the one who's popular here. Harry is the one people want to hear from here. You know, no one trusts, you know, Charles and Prince William. But people do believe and trust in Prince Harry. And Meghan, look at the good work that they're doing despite every single thing that they've gone through. They're doing so much good work, you know, in this life. And like people who you know, people can be able to see that. They can see the good work that Harry and Meghan are doing. And there are those who can't accept the fact that, you know, Prince Harry and Meghan, they show up and they do good wherever they go. And they're touching so many lives by doing the good work that they're doing. Harry and Meghan, keep on doing what you're doing. Don't be dismayed. Keep on doing what you're doing. Never stop doing good. You know, the world can see the work that you're doing and they're pleased with you, Harry and Meghan. Someone said that as if divorce will hype Harry's memory of the BS and stochastic terrorism that they have put his wife to, and the way the press, you know, constantly, you know, target them. You know, they think that somehow Prince Harry will forget about all that. Actually, you know, here's the logic. If a divorce, God forbid, happens, they believe that Prince Harry would have maybe, you know, he and Meghan want to be in one good time, so they'll be like, maybe Harry will forget what they put Meghan through, what they put him through. They think that maybe he'll forget about it. And the thing is, there are things in this world you can never forget grace. You can never forget grace.
Very true.
You know, whether or not you have an issue with someone else, I don't think that I'll take kindly to see someone insulting, you know, my wife. You know, I would not take care. I'll never ever forget it because just by your disrespect of her, you're also not respecting me.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's just how it is. You know, they never wanted Harry to leave. Their plan was to get rid of Meghan. Only they really thought they could destroy their marriage with Harry returning alone. They think that if they say it enough times, it will happen. You know, they're losers, says Diane on X, formerly called Twitter. Yeah, that's what they think. That yes, of course, they never thought that Harry would leave. Their plan was to just make Meghan leave. You know, by through, of course, abuse. And after all these years, that appears to still be the plan that they still have. It hasn't really changed. But you know what? The more that they go after Prince Harry, the more that they go after Meghan, the more that they're reminding Harry and Meghan, look, Harry and Meghan, you did the right thing to put each other first. You did the right thing to put your kids first. And Harry's never gonna come back to a place whereby his wife, his kids are treated very, very, you know, appallingly, Grace. It's just not going to happen. It's just really not going to happen. I want to be in a place whereby, you know, my wife and kids are treated with respect and dignity. You know, because also this smear campaign also is not just attacking, you know, his wife Meghan. They're also after his kids. So would Harry come back to a place whereby his kids also are disrespected constantly and live there permanently? Who are these kids who are disrespected constantly? Who you can be on to turn and use as scapegoats for William and kids? Of course not. Harry said he wants to break the cycle of trauma, of suffering, passed on from generation to generation in the royal family. You know, you can't end it by turning your kids to that same cycle of abuse and mistreatment and insults. You know, you can never ever, you know, end it like that. So you end it by continuing to live happily, raising your kids, you know, letting them having that normal life that they're having right now, protecting Archie and Lily's privacy. You know, that like my family, you know, like we've seen, you know, Prince Harry and Meghan doing to protect Archie and Lily Bedana. And Harry, Meghan, Grace are never ever going to stop protecting the privacy of their kids who they love and adore and respect. You know? So Harry and Meghan will be married forever and ever and ever by God's grace. So no matter what UK media do to try and stop Harry and Meghan's marriage, they will fail. They will not succeed. They will fail terribly. While Harry and Meghan's love will keep on growing every single day. The smear campaign has been a failure. The farm has failed the smear campaign. It's high time that they leave Harry and Meghan and their kids alone. Thank you so much, Grace, for this. Thank you so much, Henry
Thank
the
you
Eighth,
for coming.
for pointing out what's happening. I feel like it needs to be said because it is wrong what is happening. This media campaign has got to stop, and Harry and Meghan deserve to be respected, and the kids also deserve to be respected. Thank you, of course, and goodbye, and see you on our next video.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And don't forget to subscribe, please. Bye.
Bye.